Okay, so today I kind of want to talk about the difference between online and offline AFKing because they are two different things. And for this example, I'm not just going to use slimes, I'm just going to use any like mob minion in general because you're not going to really stay on your island for like a snow minion. You're not really going to do that. You're not going to stay here for flint minions. You're not going to do any of that. But for combat minions, or any minions that spawn a mob, they can basically double their own speed just from you manually, or quote-unquote manually, killing the mobs yourself. So, which one would be better? If you have mob minions, would it be better to just stay online or offline? So online, obviously, you make more money. That's like been a fact since forever because of the minion time between actions. So if you didn't know, how this works is that every 6.4 seconds, a slime minion would spawn a slime. And then after the next cycle of 6.4, so the next 6.4 seconds, they will kill said slime. But if you remove the killing part, if they can't kill their slime, then it turns from 6.4 seconds to spawn to 6.4 seconds to spawning another one. So you're removing that extra gap where they have to spawn another minion or spawn another mob. They're not spawning in themselves. So you're removing that little time gap. And that's important because you're basically doubling your own minion speed even without upgrades. So that's really good. So online AFKing can do that. If you're offline, if you're playing like dungeons, if you're anywhere that is not in your farm, then they're still gonna go with 6 point whatever seconds you have. Yeah, whatever seconds you have time between actions, they're gonna use the same time between actions to kill said mob. And then the next 6.8 seconds is to spawn in another slime. So let's use this one, 6.4 seconds. So if I were to AFK online, it would be 6.4 times 2. So 12.8 seconds would spawn me two minions, or not two minions, two mobs. But if I was offline, I would have to add another 6.4 seconds because they will end up having to kill them themselves. So 6.4, 19.2 seconds. That is a not a lot of big gap, but even the smallest gap is very significant. So let me remove this flycatcher really quick. And as you can see, it goes to 7. If I put it back, 6.4. Right here. That 1 second matters. That 1 second could be a whole 100, 200k, or even 1 mil. In this case, as you can see, 2 million coins. And this one has almost a 150k lead on it, just because it has a plasma bucket rather than an enchanted lava bucket. So that's why lowering the time is very important. Now for convenience, I would say offline is like not even questionable. It's so much better than being online because a lot of things can happen while you're online. Right, I can find it right up here. Server will restart soon, which means you will be evacuated to the hub. And the second you leave this farm, you are AFKing offline. And of course, this goes for whenever you get kicked out, whenever you get disconnected, whenever you get sent back to the main lobby, like I did here, and get sent to limbo. When you're playing a different game in a server, when you're playing like Bed Wars or something, all that is considered offline AFKing because you are not here. And for convenience, that is a lot better than online because you are just sitting here. If you're online, you can't really do anything. Unless, of course, you have some kind of alt account that can wear Necron armor, that can have a Daedalus axe, and it can sit here for you. That's the only time it would be okay, but not everyone has an alt account, so it's really not much of a question on which is better for convenience. So offline, if you actually want to do something else, like literally anything else, you want to log off for the day so you can play another game, or just log off. You want to play like dungeons, you want to grind mining, then offline AFKing will be best for you. So those are like the main differences, and each of them have their own strengths, each of them have their own weaknesses. Like online, you have the risk of being kicked out, which means you're not getting the extra boost you have. If you're doing offline, then you're just not getting the extra boost. So they all have their ups and downs, and whichever one works for you is whatever works for you. Because I have had people who literally say how much money I make per day. A lot of people. And to be honest, I don't answer them because I don't even know myself. I'm always getting bounced between servers, online, offline, and sometimes I just straight up crash for whatever reason. So I can't really give a straight answer on how much I make per day, especially since I don't even check. I'll be honest, I don't even check per day. Whatever money I get is whatever I get. And the reason why I don't check is because, like I said, well, online AFKing is not as consistent as you think. Unless you can somehow guarantee yourself to not get kicked out from the server in any way, then good for you. You were able to control your online AFKing. But I don't think anyone can control this. I don't think anyone can control this. You will all get kicked out of the server one way or another. So that's my take on it. And yeah, online has its limits, offline has its own limits, but if you want to actually do something else, which pretty much everyone wants to do, then go ahead and do offline AFKing. It's not as bad. As you can see, 2 million in each minion. If I go here, 2 mil. If I go here, another 2 mil. If I go here, 2 mil. So I have 50 million coins, a little over because of the little extra money they have, but a little over 50 million coins. And if they're in the hoppers, that means that's offline AFK money. If you're doing it online, then it would be here in your bazaar because you would be putting it in your item sacks. So these guys, or whatever minion you're using, try your best to maximize speed. So whether you're online or offline, it doesn't really matter as long as you have enchanted hoppers that can sell pretty much all your items for a decent price. 90% for enchanted hoppers, pretty good. If you were to use like tarantula minions, that would be great as well because they drop iron. Oh, voice crack. But they would be dropping iron, they would be dropping string, and spider eyes. So you can literally use this for whatever minion you want. If you even sheep, because someone did suggest sheep to me. So in that case, you would be getting mutton and wool, which will be auto selling. So any mob minion will give a decent amount of money as long as you have a decent setup. It doesn't have to be this. You can have enchanted lava bucket or whatever fuel source you feel happy with. The budget hopper is fine. Instead of 90%, it'll be 50%, but you're still making money. Flycatchers and the corrupt soil, they can be changed to 2 minion expanders if you can't afford either or. So whatever setup is best for you and whatever you can afford, then just go for it. Online, offline, that's basically the main differences. I don't want to get too much into detail because I could literally talk about this topic for like probably another hour, and I don't want to do that. So those are the basics of online and offline, and basically what the difference are. So hopefully this helped. You don't have to be online to have a good AFK farm. So hopefully this helped help you guys out for deciding if should I make this farm? Can I really AFK here all the time? You don't have to do that. So hopefully this helped you out, and well, we'll see you next time.